Namaskar to all. Today I'm going to introduce economics to you. I'm going to tell you what is an economy, what is economics, what are the various branches of economics, why do we study economics, and why does an economy problem arises in the world. So I begin with the meaning of economy. What is economy? It is a system of means to work and earn a living. So there are two things to recollect here is that it is a system of means to work and earn a living. Now, what are the various means to work available to us? We see a lot of means of work available: schools, colleges, universities, construction sites, all the service industry, service sector, the industries, the agriculture sector. These all are providing us with the means to work, and which in return helps us to earn our living. We have two types of activities existing. One is economic activity, the other is non-economic activity. When we see a nurse treating a patient, it is an example of economic activity. But when a mother looking after her child, that is an example of non-economic activity. Why is it so? Because the nurse looking after the patient involves monetary exchange. But mother looking after her child, she does so out of love, care, affection. So it does not involve any monetary exchanges. So is an example of non-economic activities. But when we study economics, when we talk about the GDP calculation, when we talk about the national income calculation, when we talk about the per capita consumption or expenditure or income, we only consider the monetary exchanges, and the non-monetary exchanges are always exempted from the study of economics. Now, the second thing which I want to tell you about the resources. In economics, we believe in always utilizing the resources in the best possible way. Now, what does that mean? Best possible way. It does not mean that any resources may be you use it to the maximum. Let us take an example. Land, labor, capital. These all are the example of resources available with us. Now, if you make the excessive use of labor, that doesn't mean best use of labor. You use the labor up to an optimum level. So, there is another term which I am introducing here is economizing of resources. What does it mean? Economizing of resources means making optimum or best utilization of resources. The third term which I am going to introduce here is the opportunity cost. Now, before straight away jumping to the meaning, I would again like to quote certain examples so the meaning is automatically clear to you. What is opportunity cost? Let us take an example of a person, John. He has 3 job alternatives available with him. One is to work with HDFC Bank at a salary of 60,000 per month. The second option which is available to him is to work with an MNC at rupees 55,000 per month. And the third option available to him is to work as a clerk, and the salary will be 40,000 per month. Now, out of these 3 options, that is 60,000, 50,000 and 40,000 per month, the best option available to John is to work at 60,000 per month. So he's going to, obviously, fair enough, he's going to choose the best option. But for selecting or for choosing the best option, he's going to sacrifice the second best, and that is to work at 55,000. So this 55,000 is opportunity cost. So what do we say? Opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative which is foregone or which is sacrificed. So I have introduced 3 terms to you. What is an economy? What do you understand by economizing of resources? And what do you understand by opportunity cost? The fourth thing which I'm going to tell you, and which is the most important thing to understand economics, is scarcity. The word scarcity. What does it mean? Scarcity, in general parlance, we understand scarcity means shortage of anything. Right? But economically, if I have to say what is scarcity, when the supply is less and the demand is more, or we say when the supply or the demand exceeds the supply, when the demand exceeds the supply is known as scarcity. So, in every economy, we face this problem, and this word scarcity is the mother of all economic problem, all. It gives rises to all the economic problem, and because of scarcity, we have to allocate the resources in the best possible manner. But apart from scarcity of resources. So resources are scarce with us. And second problem is what? These resources can be put to alternative uses. For example, I purchase 1 liter of milk every day. Now with that milk, I can directly consume it. I can make buttermilk out of that. I can make curd. I can make ghee. I can make cheese. I can make paneer. So there are so many alternatives available with a single resource, and that is milk here. But I have to decide which is my priority. Directly consuming it, making curd out of it, making buttermilk out of it, etc., etc. So, the economic problem arises because resources have alternative uses. And above all, human wants are unlimited. They are regular and recurring in nature. And that is the reason that there is scarcity. So, to sum up, why does an economic problem arises? An economic problem arises due to 3 basic reasons. Resources are scarce, resources can be put to alternative uses, and human wants are unlimited. So, this is why does an economic problem arises? Now quickly I'll jump to the 2 branches of economics. Why 2 branches? Because what holds true for the first branch, it is not necessary that even it holds true for the second branch of economics. So we have 2 branches of economics, and that is the reason we study these 2 separately. We never study them together. The first branch is known as microeconomics, and the second branch is known as macroeconomics, laying focus on the second letter of both the words. M-I-C-R-O. Micro, the second letter I, which represents individual. M-A-C-R-O, macro, the second letter A, which represents aggregates. So what is microeconomics? Microeconomics is the study of individual units, and macroeconomics is the study of aggregates or the entire economy. We have 2 important tools of microeconomics, that is demand and supply. And aggregate demand and aggregate supply are the 2 important tools of macroeconomics. We also call microeconomics as a price theory and income and determination theory macroeconomics. So, children, I'll just quickly recapitulate whatever I have told you. I told you what is an economy. I told you economizing of resources. I told you opportunity cost. I told you 3 reasons behind the rise of economic problem, and I told you about the economic and non-economic activities, and apart from these 5, I told you the 6th thing, that are the 2 branches of economics, that is micro and macro. So remember these all, stay tuned, stay home, stay safe, and I'll get back to you in my next class. Thank you so much.